I feel I need to address, my national health care plan has been implemented in the United States, but because the Gabrielle Chana Fox News Channel is not aired everywhere in the United States and in the world, people don't even realize that they can join this plan. And this concerns me. This just isn't right. What got me going on this is one of my fans was telling me that if he went to the doctor, or he or she went to the doctor and had a sexually transmitted disease and told the doctor that they've had no sex with anybody, so they shouldn't have a sexually transmitted disease, but they've been taking baths all the time. And we determined that Jesuits are putting semen in tap water. So like in Portland, Oregon, and I heard in Ohio, they just had a big problem with tap water, and that I wouldn't be surprised if that might have been some Jesuit semen as well, even though it's not being reported that way in the news. He said, "What do I do if I go to the doctor and he insists that I must have got this sexually transmitted disease from sex and not from tap water? Should I bring him a sample of the water and have him analyze it?" I said, "You're probably wasting your time if he's a Jesuit doctor, because he's not going to, he won't believe you no matter what you tell him." And so I thought, what kind of advice should I give this guy? And I thought, you know what? If you're enrolled in my national health care plan, you won't have to worry about Jesuit doctors, because in my national health care plan, the Jesuit, before he administers, I'm not the Jesuit, the doctor or the healthcare practitioner, before they administer any care, they have to take an oath right in front of the computer before each person they take care of, and that computer scans their brain to determine if they're lying, and they have to state that they gave the best care possible to this patient based on the knowledge that they have. I have that written into my healthcare plan, and this is how we keep the malpractice insurance costs down, and why my healthcare plan is so inexpensive. Because if you join my healthcare plan, you have to agree to only use the doctors in our network and our lawyers. We have our own malpractice lawyers, and we keep the costs down for this plan because every doctor, before they go in to see any patient, they have to get a brain scan, and we use our computer satellite technology to scan their brain, and they have to state under lie detection. We've got the ability to detect lies now because we've got mind reading technology. They got to state under mind reading technology that the care that they just gave the patient was the care that was best suited for this patient and was best for that patient to the best of their ability. And if they fail that, they get kicked out of the healthcare plan. They cannot be a practitioner. And this is my healthcare plan. It's a little bit more detailed than this, and I'm letting you see this. If you look at the video, you can see the healthcare plan. I'm letting you see it. I'm letting you see what I wrote. You can also go to gabriellechana.com and click under conspiracy. When you look up at the top, click on the conspiracy law link. Then when you get down to the conspiracy law link, click on one of the links towards the bottom, which gives you the broad overview of all of my conspiracy law documents. And actually, I'm going to have a link for the document right underneath this video. So you just click on that link and it'll take you right there. Then you go to section 55, and that's the part of the document that is my national health care plan. Every country that has conspiracy law is supposed to implement that health care plan for their country, and it is excellent. I hear it's already been implemented, and it's saving people so much money, and the people who are in it just love it, and the doctors love it too, because they don't have to obsess about malpractice insurance, because we basically cover them. Anyways, I advised this guy. I said, your best recourse. He said, what if I go to the doctor and he says that I'm making all this up, that I couldn't have got it from the tap water. That's absurd. That I must have had sex. I told him your best recourse would be to join my national health care plan if you live in the United States. And I said, here's my law about this plan. It's in section 55 of gabriellechana.com/law.clg2.final.htm. And it's one of the first laws I passed as the American Empress. And if you don't live in the United States, but your country's made me your empress, that means my conspiracy law has been instated in your country, and then my national health care plan may be available in your country. Unfortunately, because the Gabriel Chana Fox News Channel is not aired everywhere, many people are not even aware of my health care plan, which is such a travesty, because this is the cure to the Jesuit Obamacare debacle in the United States. And my men tell me that my health care plan has been implemented in the U.S., but I fear the Jesuits are keeping this knowledge from most people, and I'm not even sure how one can enroll. Try contacting my men at Gail, Chord, Schuler at gmail.com, GAILCHORDSCHULER, and ask them how to enroll in the National Health Care Plan if your country is like the United States and conspiracy law is the law in your land. Please let me know what you can learn so I can make a video and make it easy for people to enroll in this excellent health care plan. So anyways, that you just if you have a problem with Jesuit doctors, your best way to avoid getting a Jesuit doctor is to enroll in my health care plan. I will also see if I can come up with a way for people to get a list of safe doctors in their community. Maybe my men can set up a website or something. And for people to, I want people to be able to enroll in my health care plan. But, I haven't been able to contact my men haven't contacted me since June the 21st. So I'll let you know if I find out. Like I said, try that email address. I would like to say that the following places do not carry the Gabriel Chana Fox News Channel. I've been hearing that from my fans. Parts of Australia, Kerrville, Texas. Jane Agnew let me know that she's a traveling journalist, and she says that Florida and Georgia do not carry this Gabriel Chana Fox News Channel. She said in South Carolina she's only seen it in Greenville. She's seen it in some places in Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma, South Dakota, and the northern part of California do not carry it. Los Angeles does. Neither do Ohio or New Mexico. If you live in any of these places, you should protest. You deserve, see, because you're not getting the Gabriel Chana Fox News Channel, you don't even know about my health care plan. It could save your life. It could keep you from getting a Jesuit doctor. If you have cancer, you don't have to worry about pre-existing conditions under my health care plan. Just read it. Check the link and read it. It's excellent. If anybody else lets me know of any other places that's not carrying the Gabriel Chana Fox News Channel, I will make a video about that. Here is some feedback I've been getting from some of my followers. They said, it's very frightening. Where I live, I cannot find the Gabriel Chana Fox News Channel, but your YouTube videos appear to come through okay. It's obvious evil has been very busy. Everywhere, public fisting, orgies, and perversion. I'm so afraid that semen is in the water and women will become pregnant simply by pleasuring themselves in the bathtub or shower. I have warned every other woman I know about the dangers of masturbating with a shower massager, but it is tragic to picture all the women who will become pregnant with evil seeds if they do not hear this news. I hope your videos will warn women about this terrible danger. A teenage girl wrote me, Gail, this explains a lot. I'm a virgin, but so far I've gotten pregnant 4 times and had to get abortions, and I couldn't figure out how that was. I told the doctor, but I'm a virgin, how can I be pregnant? And I already figured out that it happened to me every time I took a bath. Now that I take showers, I don't get pregnant anymore. This is so tragic, people. If my Gabriel Chana Fox News Channel was in your area, we could be getting something done about this Jesuit corruption and what they're doing to our communities. Here's a conversation I had with Jane Agnew. I asked, she's a journalist who's been giving me a lot of information. She said she went to the University of Washington, Seattle campus to train to be a journalist. And she also said, I asked her, how did you find out about semen being in the Portland, Oregon tap water? She said, oh gosh, it's such a gross story. She said, I used to drink water on tap here in Portland because I didn't like to pay for a bottle. But one day I noticed thicker than usual. That's the best way I can describe it. And it tasted unlike any water I've ever tasted. I continued drinking it, though, thinking that it maybe was just all in my head. I had finished almost a whole water bottle of the stuff before I started feeling sick to my stomach. My boyfriend at the time worked with the local police department, so I had him take a sample of it to their forensic offices to test it and see what was wrong. The test revealed it had traces of ejaculate in it, and I had drank so much of the stuff, unknowingly, mind you, that it made me horrible sick for a couple of days. Unfortunately, since Zach Knight has also infiltrated the local Portland, Oregon police force, my boyfriend was assassinated for what he found. They made it look as though it was a car accident, though, so there was no way to prove that they'd killed him. Fortunately and unfortunately, because of the guilt I felt over it, the police didn't realize that I was the one who asked him to look into it. They thought he was just snooping where he shouldn't have been. And she told me that this happened around August 27, 2009, when her boyfriend died. They said that he was killed in a car accident. His name was Daniel Kyle Warren. His friends called him Dan. And so apparently the Portland, Oregon water has had semen in it since at least 2009. And I asked her if it got better or worse after I became U.S. Empress in May 2014. She said they're much more open about it now because Zach Knight is getting cocky because he thinks nobody can take him out of control. During that time, before I became Empress, it seemed to be more shrouded in secrecy. She says it really hasn't changed that much since I became Empress. The tap water is still disgusting. It's an absolute horror in Portland, Oregon. The Jesuits basically run Portland, Oregon. So I just want to let you know, folks, okay, if you are, you may need to look out for your tap water. If you drink it and you get sick, that could be what's going on. It could be ejaculate, semen in your water. If you're a woman and your water is unusually thick or tastes funny, you may not want to take a bath because you might get pregnant. So this is outrageous. If you do not have the Gabriel Fox News channel in your town, I highly recommend that you get online, maybe get on Twitter and get a hashtag around Gabriel Fox News channel or something like that, and have all of you sign petitions and protest that I've seen people do this on Facebook or on Twitter, and hopefully Zach's not going to block you guys. We think, another thing I wanted to report on, the Church of Gail has been helping Israel in their war with Jesuit Hamas. And the latest that I heard was that, we discovered that Iran is like the Jesuit. This is all brain to brain. I may have to make a corrective video later, but it makes sense in light of what I've been hearing on the news. Because Benjamin Netanyahu just made a statement that after they clean out the Hamas infrastructure in Israel, they're not going to end there. And because of the last video I made where I said Church of Gail has joined Hamas, we are making great progress. We discovered that there is a huge tunnel connecting Iran and China. It's all like an underground city the size of New York City. It's a Jesuit underground city. It's a military city. And the Jesuits in China have been communicating with the Jesuits in Iran, and they're working together. And we are right now going underground using robots and drone planes and all sorts of stuff. We're using like drone planes overhead. This is to minimize the casualty in our own military, and then robots underground to go in and destroy the Jesuit underground cities. We're making a lot of progress. Our goal is to destroy all of the Jesuit and Islamic militant infrastructure in North Africa and around Israel, Syria, Jordan, Iraq, Iran, all of those countries, Egypt. We're just going to wipe them all out because that's the Jesuit headquarters in the world. And their goal was, we discovered, to use Iran to launch just nukes all over the place, probably a combination of Nukaki and traditional nukes. So we are making great progress. Continue to pray for my men. They are helping Israel to weed out terrorists all over the world. And if you don't have the Gabriel Fox News channel, get together, unite, protest, and do something.